Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Legend of Vox Machina Season 3, Episode 6. So, last episode was crazy. We had the fight against the Frigid Doom, Voragal. We had Yank chase them through the portal, and we had Yank and Voragal go at it with each other, which worked out perfect. Got Voragal nice and wounded, and our group finished him off. So, a lot of action, a lot of awesomeness, and I can't wait to see where we go from here because all that's really left is Ripley, who's uh, confronting Thordak now, which is interesting. And then we still have Raishan out there doing her thing. Where I mean, I don't think Thordak fully. I don't think Thordak trusts anybody, but I think Thordak trusts Raishan the least. But so we'll see how all these pieces come together. So let's watch this episode, shall we? We're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh man, I didn't talk about this at all in my discussion. My bad. Oh well, we're getting right into it. Beads of Love, nice. Bald Man Cries, yeah, a bunch of the songs he's sung. This is the key he got from, oh. Some spice. Yeah, from the first dragon they killed. I can't remember his name for some reason. Umbrasil. That's a whole lot of kink. Oh, hey, Vex. That's funny. Oh my god, Keela turning into a goldfish. Oh my god. That's probably the only thing we're ever gonna get for that, but if you know, you know. We're pretty much gods, right? Write that down so I actually remember to talk about that. That's awesome. But yeah, that was the key he got from Umbrasil that Vex found, and then he took it and said he got the killing blow, so he gets the treasure. That's awesome. For those of you who don't know, in the campaign it was just a spell he could do once a day. Alright. Let's go. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh no. Is this it? Oh god, please. It is, isn't it? That face. Yo. Oh my god, please. Yes! I didn't think we were getting the scene. Oh shit! Look at that moon. Wow. I didn't think we were gonna get the bath scene. Alright, she's practicing it. Oh shit. Yeah, but she needs to control it better, I feel like. Oh. Yeah, he's gonna go do the boom boom. Hmm. So maybe Keyleth was the one that spawned the tree in this world. Maybe Fenthos doesn't do it with every kill. Teammates with benefits. Hmm. Yeah. No. Scan man. Of course, they're eating just a bunch of chicken. Yep. There you go, Grog. Asking the real questions. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, Scanlan. Going through some shit. Very much gave them a abridged version. No. Oh, buddy. Oh. The immovable sword. No. Oh. Nicodranus. She can't see you, buddy. It's gonna be someone else. Yeah. Oh, she was thinking it was him. Damn. That was a nice scene. I like how the door just fell after. Oh. He stayed. Damn. Oh shit. What? Oh shit. Oh, that's not good. This is Whitestone, right? This is different. Yeah. Damn. Everyone split. Not the sun. Oh, that was cool. Jeez. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Alright. Well, some of them are dying. Cool. Nice. Oh no. Is she gonna have to absorb the fire? Maybe not. Shit. Nice. Wind and water, baby. Wings had to go away for now. Oh, and the back. Oh, cool. Keep tonguing that hole, dipshit. Nice. Hopefully it's not too late. The big boy's gotta be here, right, I imagine? Jeez. I know he had a lot of them, but man. So we need a big grog to solve it. Yeah. Get him. Oh my god. Hey, Gilmore. Hey, Cassandra, getting in there. Nice. We got bigger things to worry about than language right now. Oh, what? Yo, sick. Didn't kill it though. Oh no, Cassandra. Oh, Grog, smash. Oh shit. Oh no, he's not big no more. That doesn't last very long. Damn. Castle's coming down. Oh, are they leaving? They got a lot of them, though. Nice. Hmm. I always love the glow on his glasses. Yep. She's here. Keyleth. Shit. And a Ripley. Oh shit. Yep. Clouded by anger. Hmm. Percy. Oh. Yep. Oh, she was about to go dragon. Yep. Hmm. Damn. Well, yeah, I mean, I get what they're saying. I get what both sides are saying, but one of the best arguments I like is when I understand both sides. Hmm. Alright. Oh, the glasses. Oh, yep. There it is. Oh, look at that art. Cool. Hey. Alrighty, guys, that is it for episode 6. Wow, something I didn't expect. Whitestone getting attacked, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that didn't happen in the campaign. So, uh, I'll go into it more at the end of the discussion. I've been trying to. I know I said when I started this again I wasn't gonna really like separate spoiler and not spoiler, but then I kind of decided that there's a lot of things that are very spoilery that I probably shouldn't talk about. So at the end of this, I'll give you guys a warning and go into that a bit more. But yeah, so we started this episode with Scanlan's mansion. Um, which was awesome. He it came from the key from when they defeated Umbrasyl, which is a cool way to integrate it into the story. I was wondering what that magical key would do, and it ended up being his mansion. So that's really neat. I like how it wasn't just like, oh, suddenly he has a spell. It's like it was loot from watching the show that we saw them get earlier on. And he kept it this whole time to himself without showing anybody, which is hilarious. Um, but yeah, they each got a room, and all that, which is really cool. Seeing the different sections of it for the different people. Keyleth getting like a greenhouse, Percy getting a workshop, Grog getting a fighting ring, and all that. So, very neat. And we had the bathtub scene, which I don't remember it being at that point, but that was really cool. Getting it is a really funny moment in the campaign where like being held under the water like that while her brother's right there is just crazy. But but yeah, is I mean, I was pretty sure it was happening when we saw Percy's face, getting like real awkward. Like, I guess if you had no idea, you might not pick up on it because you could think he's just nervous that I'm sleeping with his sister. I'm gonna be nervous when I talk to him. You could just play it off as that, but it ended up being Vex was taking a bath with him, and as soon as he walked in, she must have went under, and all that. So hilarious. Really glad we got it. I thought they weren't going to go that route. I thought when we got the door scene in episode 3, I thought that was going to be it, and we were going to move on from that. So very funny. We also had the Keyleth goldfish scene, which I'll talk more about that in the spoiler section. But that was really funny that we got that, since it might be the only time we do. Other than that, we had Scanlan staying behind because Kaylee's in Nicodranus. I guess they were fairly close to that before they left, so he walked out of the teleport area of effect and stayed behind. So we'll have to see how long that lasts. I mean, he's pretty far away at this point, so it might be hard. But we had that awesome scene between him and Pike, and him thinking about Kaylee and crying about it and everything. Like seeing some very vulnerable moments from Scanlan, and kind of like what Pike was saying, like you're caring about someone other than yourself for the first time, and it's hitting him pretty hard. And then they scry on her and see that she's kind of looking out for him, and that pushes him even more towards leaving the group for now and going to see her. Hell of a time to pick with the Thordak fight on the horizon, but he couldn't have known what was happening in Whitestone anyway. But the group is always so hard on him. Like there was that moment when he was kind of spilling his guts a little bit while drunk. Like, yes, Percy was in trouble. It was urgent, so I do understand. But Vex was pretty cruel when she was like, "No one fucking cares," and then like we need to save Percy. And like even Scanlan didn't complain about the way she treated him in that situation, but you know that's probably something that he remembered, assuming he wasn't too drunk to remember it, right? But um, even here, like, you know, they mention it while eating that he's going through some shit with his daughter and all that, and sure, what they're trying to do is save the world. I get that, but they also, you know, they all stop to talk about their own feelings with each other. You know, we have Vex and Percy that are lounging around, banging, doing their thing, and everyone's getting closer and having their own little romantic trysts and stuff like that going on. But, you know, Scanlan with his personal connection, and no one gives a shit, you know? So I I can see why things have kind of built up to where they've gone to, you know? They've done a really good job demonstrating it in the show, I think. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. But but yeah, Whitestone getting under attack when we teleport back, that was pretty crazy. The baby, like, all the baby dragons have hatched, it seems like, at this point. They killed a good chunk of them. Like, it's kind of crazy that Thordak would send all of his babies here to just lose a huge chunk of them, but I mean, one, he is insane. Two, maybe, I don't know how he could make, like, I don't know if he can make more. I don't know how dragons reproduce, but maybe he's thinking, like, in the long run he can just make more. And that might not have been all of them anyway. Maybe he has enough of them that he doesn't necessarily care. You know, I'm treating it like it's human rules. Like, you're not gonna send your baby into a fight to, if you know it's if you're, you know, even if you have 50 babies, I'm sure you're not gonna send a few in just to die, right? But that's human rules. This is dragon rules, you know. They just weren't strong enough to survive, might be the way they look at it. But yeah, pretty cool fights, fighting some baby dragons, you know. It's always fun seeing some of, like, the, you know, we've been fighting a lot of big things recently and not a lot of small things. It's fun to see our characters be able to split up and unleash and hold their own, you know, against some of these enemies without having to fight as a group and barely survive against these ginormous targets and everything. But yeah, we had the dialogue with Raishan, you know, them assuming that Raishan was the reason, but Percy realized last minute that it probably was Anna Ripley, which I think it was. And but regardless, they still burnt the bridge with Raishan, which I don't know if that was the right choice, but I mean, the problem was Raishan wasn't listening to what they wanted. They wanted to go after Ripley, one, for what happened to Whitestone, and two, like they said, like, if she gets in the way while they're fighting Thordak, that could be a recipe for disaster, right? If she comes in the last minute of the Thordak fight to save Thordak and make sure that the rest of Vox Machina dies, that's a big problem. So they go take out Ripley, then they go after Thordak, but, you know, every day, like, for however long it takes them to find Ripley and kill her, the baby dragons are probably growing, getting bigger, getting stronger. I don't know how long it takes for a baby dragon to grow, but um, it's probably getting more dangerous by the day, which is where Raishan's point comes in. You know, he's there, he's the problem, we need to go fight him, and she's eager to do that. So I don't really know who's in the right, you know? Like, once again, maybe if I had a better idea of how fast the babies grow, like, if it takes, like, 50 years for a baby dragon to grow to, like, adulthood, so, like, a week of going to find Ripley is not going to make them any stronger at all, then I don't see why Raishan was in such a rush, right? But, I mean, we saw Raishan coughing and stuff, so maybe she doesn't have that much time and she wants to get her revenge before she goes. So it could be something like that as well. But yeah, very interesting stuff. They, you know, they made that choice to burn that bridge, and now they're going to go after Ripley and do things themselves. And, you know, Raishan said, I'll see you in Iman eventually as enemies. So it'll be curious to see, like, maybe when push comes to shove, will her anger towards Vox Machina be pushed aside and maybe she'll help against Thordak, or I don't know, or whatever. We'll see. But I'm curious to see how all that goes. But I think that's most of what I have to talk about for what happened this episode. Other than that, a lot of fighting, a lot of cool stuff. We had Vax seemingly trying to fix things maybe a little bit with Keyleth, talking to her a little bit. But things are still tense and all that. I like that Keeper Yenin with like a ballista was able to take down a dragon. I mean, I don't know how many they took down with that, but that was awesome being able to see like a town fight back a little bit. So, but but yeah, crazy with, you know, a hand, like what the way Vax worded it was like a handful of dragons can do. I think it was more than a handful because I think we saw at least like 10 flying away, and we saw them kill at least, I want to say maybe at least 10. So it's definitely more than just like a handful, but yeah, interesting stuff. I'm gonna get into the spoiler part of this discussion, so keep an ear out, or you know, feel free to leave if you don't want any spoiler stuff from the campaign and future knowledge or where things have differed from the campaign. I know I kind of already briefly hinted at some of the stuff, but I'm gonna go more deeper into it. So thank you so much for watching. If you do decide to bounce out, but yeah, so yeah, I don't think the Whitestone. I think Whitestone was pretty safe all the way through the campaign, right? After the Briarwood stuff. I don't think there was an attack on it like this. I'm fairly certain the baby dragons didn't hatch. I mean, unless my memory is really failing me. I talked about this in the spoiler section of the last video, where I'm pretty sure that they just killed Thordak and then went around stabbing the eggs, and it never like reached this point. So this is definitely different with the eggs hatching and then being sent to Whitestone and destroying Whitestone the way that it happened. So certainly certainly interesting. I also think I just remembered that Raishan, I think, was also there for the Vorgal fight. I think Raishan helped in that fight as well as Yank. It was like a whole big crazy thing. So she wasn't there for that either. Some more differences from the campaign. So very, very interesting stuff in that regard. But then the big thing I wanted to talk about was Scanlan. You know, like, I don't know if this is the moment or not, but there's a moment in the campaign where Scanlan leaves. And he is gone for a big portion of the campaign. And Sam, who plays Scanlan, ends up playing a new character for a bit. So I'm curious if, like, if is this where he leaves with Kaylee for a while? Or is, you know, I wonder how they're gonna handle it in the animated series. Maybe they do things a bit differently. Are we gonna get Sam's other character in here? Because that would be freaking awesome if we do. I would love it so much if we did. It's such a funny character. But I don't know if they're gonna do it. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, so I mean, I kind of already said a lot of the stuff, but the group really doesn't you know, I mean, that's the thing about the campaign, is a lot of the characters are self-centered on their own goals and adventures. As the players, they didn't necessarily care about, you know, Scanlan and his daughter. You know, like, they cared about Scanlan, but they didn't necessarily care about his daughter, is I think one of the main things, because kind of like how they joked last episode, the group didn't always care about, you know, the NPCs as much as they did their own characters. So it was really an interesting thing when Scanlan like told them off and left the group. I'm pretty sure he did talk a lot of shit before he left. So that's why I don't know, are we gonna get that when he officially, like, if he officially leaves, or is this him officially leaving and he just does it quiet in here, right? But I know in the campaign he mentioned a lot of the things, like, I think specifically that line from episode like 2 or 3 maybe, when Vex said like, who the fuck cares, Percy's in trouble, you know? That was one of the lines that I think really stuck in Scanlan's mind, and he, you know, Sam brought it back up when he was leaving the group and everything. So I'm really curious to see what happens with that. Or does Scanlan come in the end? You know, does Scanlan come in to help with Thordak before he leaves for good, or is he just gone before that fight even happens and all that? Gonna be really interesting. I'm really curious, but yeah, with half the season done at this point, and we've already have all the dragons done except for two. I think we're gonna go after Ripley next. I think it's very possible that we go after Ripley with the next like 2 or 3 episodes, and then the last 2 or 3 episodes we're fighting Thordak, and I think we could be ending the season with the defeat of Thordak. So that'll be really interesting because the stuff we get into next is very gets to be some crazy shit. So I'd love to see. I can't wait to see that stuff animated as well. But yeah, anyways, guys, I think that's all I really had to say. Very much like the episode. Can't wait to watch more. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more early access on there. Get you 2 episodes ahead. Links in the description should be popping up on the screen. And I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.